Let's ride!
Okay, everyone, we're back. Yay! It's been...
It was like just yesterday.
It was just yesterday, yes.
Are we going to do another annual wrap-up? Like, what's happened at this?
It's almost time for the. It is almost time for the Christmas show. We were a little bit late for the Halloween show. I saw a nice. I think I shared it in the group chat. The Lord of the Rings meme for Halloween. Did you see that? Yeah, you should have seen the chat. It was really funny. It was after the scene when after Gandalf dies, and they just get out.
Spoiler.
Oh, sorry, it's been 20 years. Come on. That's like spoiling the start of the film Bambi or something. Yeah, but there's
Bambi.
Where her mother dies?
Oh
So sorry.
no. I'm still traumatized by the old Disney film Old Yeller. I'm still traumatized by that.
I'm
Wait,
traumatized
I just
by Fast and Furious. I never stop for gas.
I didn't realize Bambi was a girl.
Bambi was a girl.
He wasn't. He was a boy.
Well, you guys just referred to her as a her.
Did I?
Bambi's a boy.
It's
I thought somebody said her mother dies. I was just like, oh, I always thought Bambi was a boy.
I don't think it affects the storyline. I think the same things happen.
Oh, you think Debbie's pointing out though that he
I
doesn't
don't
get
know how you
antlers,
fit
doesn't
that in.
he?
Like, hey, your mother died. What are your pronouns?
Yeah, your mother never told you you're actually a guy. All right, okay. So it has been a while, but we'll do some timey-wimey magic stuff. So it's almost like it was yesterday, but we are back. And so now I've got to explain to everyone what actually happened last time because everyone's forgotten. Because I think it's been quite a few months, unfortunately, because of work commitments and scheduling issues, which we will address for the next campaign. Oh, and what's that? Tracy's holding up. What's it say? Yes, Gnome, the other white meat. Yes, everyone has now got their official... Where's mine? Here it is. Official Ride and Die mugs.
Oh, I feel naughty. I didn't bring mine.
Yes, Em let the team down. Em let the team down.
It's your game. It's ride or die. We don't have to die if we let.
Foreshadowing.
You don't have to ride either.
Yes. I mean, before we did this show, I'd never even heard that expression, so that's why I struggle with it. All right, and I think Tracy, I think you have something you wanted to open up.
What? I didn't want to open. You sent me this lovely figure of Clover, and I didn't want to open it until we were on camera together because I thought, unboxing and all that stuff.
Yep.
So I thought I would wait. There's a pen in here. Perfect.
It's a Ride or Die pen. Woo! Actually, I haven't even got one. Where is mine?
Little phone.
Right.
Wow. Yours trim. It says well packed. Ooh.
Yeah, all the packings, but unfortunately, I think Brad's didn't actually survive the. Look at that. Yeah, cute little Clover.
She has a badger.
It's a freaking badger. We don't need no stinking badgers.
Badger. We don't need no stinking badgers? No, wait. That's different.
I don't know what show that's
It's
from.
like half the size of the rest of ours, right, Tracy?
She's
Yeah.
teeny. I love her. Thank you so much, Neil. She's awesome, but I know it's hard to see in the video, but there's the little badger. She's got a little dagger in the book. Wow.
Yep. And I think all the other guys have got
Her book is on
Brad's
fire.
Brad's showing off Renault there in the foreground. And
Yep.
I think
Nice.
Debbie's
He's
there's
got a
Elise.
He has a little squirrel. I don't know if you can see the squirrel.
Oh yeah, because the druid bit there had to be a little animal, a squirrel in there. Yeah. It's a red squirrel as well, which I think how common are red squirrels in North America?
I've seen a couple. They're not very
Because
tasty.
they're almost extinct in the UK apparently. They're being pushed out by the grey squirrels or something.
Oh, there's tons.
There's
of
like
them
this.
here. They've
There's like
actually pushed
there's
out
like some
the red
sort
one,
of
the gray one.
There's like some sort of squirrel apocalypse going on in the UK.
Like squirrel race wars.
Yeah. All right. So they're the initial designs that you'll see in obviously Roll20 and also in when we show the scenes of the miniatures. But maybe for the next season we'll have how when characters like they have a makeover in between seasons and they come back and they all look completely different. We can do that for the next season. Depending on how we go. Yeah. So, all right. So when we last left, quick recap. You had solved the puzzle of Alcar, the magician that was, as it turned out, he was trapped in a mirror, magical mirror, and you'd realised that one of his apprentices, Eleviar, was up to no good, and seems to be in the process of opening some sort of portal to another dimension. Or plane of existence, whatever you want to call it, and obviously that's going to be bad for people generally. But yeah, apparently he's doing that. And when you released Alcar from his prison, he'd been like in the picture. He looked like a typical normal old person, sort of in his chair reading a book or whatever. But then once he was released from it, he suddenly aged, and his health deteriorated quite a lot. So he's very, very weak because he's been trapped in this mirror for several weeks, and so he's had no food or anything like that. So he's just wasted away. But he was conscious enough to tell you guys about the vault down in the ground floor of the castle, where there was some equipment in there that could assist you guys. And you basically went back down to the vault, and you've encountered a big door with a special sort of series of locks on it, which has something to do with those keys that you had recovered during your travels around the castle. You have 2 brass keys, if you recall, and they have messages engraved on them. I think one says, what does it say, 5 from the left with 3 in between, and the other one says 5 from the right with 3 in between. I think that's how it's described.
Yeah, that's what I have written down. I actually found my note.
Yeah. Yes, it says exactly. Yep. 5 from the left with 3 in between, and 5 from the right with 3 in between. Yep. And so there's this big elaborate sort of door with like a big sort of like lock or locking mechanism on the top, and another one down the bottom. And then there's this sort of triangular lock arrangement, which I'll show on the screen in a moment. But so that's where we're at. So you basically, there's something in the vault that can help you guys out. You've recovered Alcar, but something's going on with Eleviar. In the last session, you did go into like a small summoning room where there was a small little portal where there was some sort of imp that had come through. Some sort of fiery sort of, imp. I don't know what you want to call it, fire imp, for want of a better name. But yeah, and he escaped back through that little portal, which then collapsed. So that's where you're at the moment. Any other stuff we need to update on before I move on to the next good news that we've got? No? Okay, moving along. All right, so I have tallied up the experience points that we had from the last couple of sessions, which included the big combat we had with the goblins and the mercenary leader, where we introduced the battle room, and also the fight you had with the polymorph goblin and that mosaic creature that Clover couldn't resist touching. Yes, we got.
Sorry.
Debbie. Elise's thing is to collect little stuff, and Clover has to touch things.
Hey, Elise has to touch things too. I just don't move all the furniture around. I just touch things that I've robbed. Her things never attack her. Just, I guess, I just should stop touching things.
Well, Elise's stuff is normally a little bit more on the nose. I mean, we've got ogre bits and putrid goblin pillowcases, and I think we've got. I've actually started to. I have started to compile a list. I'm sure you've got the complete list, Debbie, because it's probably written on your character sheet. But yeah, what have I got? I've got, according to the list, nails, hammer, ogre bit. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Debbie. Nails, hammer, ogre bits, dragon scales, goblin pillows, dragon blood vial, green gloop vials from the potion lab, clockwork crabs, crab program manual. Am I missing anything else?
Yeah, I also have a bottle of nail. In the pillowcase, one of them have the charcoal map, the other have 2 mushroom in there.
Oh, some mushrooms, of course. I forgot mushrooms.
There's one spell book from a room on first floor, burn skeleton skull, handheld wax mirror, playing card, a small vial of dragon blood.
Oh my god, I was not even halfway.
Small box with
like a grab bag, like from IKEA.
we should have run a competition. We should have run a competition. Yeah. What did Elise's character grab today? Anyway, all right. So you're
gonna need a bag of holding at some point.
I think so. Yeah. But okay, so we do have some news. So since those creatures that you fought, the mercenary captain, the goblin, the polymorph goblin, the mosaic creature, the good news is Clover and Elise have leveled up.
Yay!
Woohoo! So
Yay!
I will give you your current experience points now in case you haven't got it written down in your character sheet. But Freyord, Clover and Elise are currently on 5,041 XP.
Wow. I mean, I'm proud of you.
So Freyord is on level 3. He needs 6,000 to get to level 4. And Clover and Elise are also on level 3, but they need 10,000 to get to level 4.
Oh.
Renault is level 2 on both Fighter and Druid. He's on 2,521, which is split, so both classes. Calculation for you is actually quite easy because the leveling up for both the Fighter and the Druid seems to be exactly the same as each other, so it's a pretty straightforward split.
Can you give that to me again? Because I am showing 1,550 for
No,
each.
2,521 each for each class. So all your XP is split 50-50. The one that's a little bit more difficult is Adder's. So you also are on 25-21 for both classes. But
Do you have what it is to upgrade? Because I showed 2,000 upgrade.
yeah, so that was 2,000 to reach second level. To get to third level, you'll need 4,000 in both classes.
4,000, gotcha. Okay.
Yep. And Adder, like you're on 25-21 as well. You're also in level 2 in both your Bard and your Thief, but your Thief. Oh, actually, hang on. Actually, no, you've gone up. You've leveled up in Thief. Your
Because last time I leveled up in Bard, but not Thief, I think.
yeah. So now you're actually level 3 in Thief.
She's so good at being a thief that she stole her next level of thievery without you even noticing.
She stole her own experience points from her other job class.
Yeah. So to get to level
So
3.
level 3 Thief and Bard then?
No, you're level 2 in Bard and level 3 in Thief. Let me just double check Thieves. Thief. Yep, 2,400. So you needed 2,400 to get to level 3 in Thief and 4,000 for Bard. So you still got a ways to go for your Bard, but Thieves level up. I think clerics and thieves are the ones that level up the quickest. That's why, Freyord was third earliest. So actually, to get to 4th level for your thief, you only need 4,800.
Okay.
But you'll need 8. Well, so I mean, you haven't leveled up to 3rd level for your bard yet. So you need 4,000 for that. It's 8,000 for 4th level. So yeah, you'll level up quicker in thief than you will in bard.
Okay.
So that means we have to do some updates. So Clover and Elise, you can roll for some hit points. So you'll be rolling 1d4, and let me just switch to this layout. So you'll be rolling 1d4 and adding your constitution bonus. So, Debbie, do you want to go first?
Sure. Do I get to roll 2 because I'm human? I think I can't remember that.
Oh yeah, I think there's a special rule that humans can roll 2 dice and take the best one. Where is it? Let me just double check. Human. Page 86. Yeah, when rolling hit points, the player of a human PC may roll twice and take the best result. So, yeah, roll 2d4.
4.
Oh, there you go. So 4. What's your constitution? What's your constitution?
Oh, let me check. +2.
What is it?
Oh.
+2.
Oh, so you get 6 additional hit points.
Hey.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive. So what's that make your total now then?
I believe that make my total 19 because I'm pretty sure I was 13.
Wow.
Her is so pushing you in front of her from now on.
That's a tough magic user.
You have a new meat shield.
Yeah. So that means
I think it was 17. I think I was at 11, not 13. So it's 17.
you're 17.
17, not 19.
17.
I think it's 11, not 13.
Okay, cool. All right, 17. I don't know if I've got. I think I've got it in here actually. Let me just.
Wow. Yeah. 100% Clover is going to be like, and shield. Shield number 1, shield number 2, shield number 3. You're all shields in some way, shape, or form.
I'm just seeing if I've updated your
So
character
from
sheet.
one to the other.
There's like all of you in front of me, and then we'll get attacked from behind, and I will die.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't actually have your PDF level, your sheets updated, so I'll have to get that at some point from you guys soon. Okay, so Clover, 1D.
Okay, I really would like some high hit points here because I literally have 5 as my max right now. Because I only rolled 1 last time, and I don't have any. I have a bonus right now because of something I'm wearing, the stone. All right.
All right,
Please.
roll.
Please.
Think big thoughts.
Come on, think big. 2.
Well, it's not a 1. Do you have a constitution? Do you have a constitution bonus?
Well, I have something written down. It says plus under the saving throws, but I don't think I have a constitution
Let me
bonus.
just. I
because
think
my
I do
con
have
is
your.
like
I have
that.
your stats here.
But I have something written down that says gnome con bonus +2. I don't know what that means.
I think that's if you're attacked by larger than human-sized creatures, you get a +2 to
Oh
your,
yeah, okay.
armor class. No, you don't have a
Okay,
your constitution is 10. So your hit points is what, 7 now?
7 + 1 because I have a stone, so it's 8. But my base is 7.
Okay, so still pretty squishy.
It's really, really, really squishy. Like It's like gelatinous goo squishy and not in the acidic kind of way. So what did we say? 7 plus 1. So I'm at 8.
All right, and then Ada, yours is a little bit more complicated because you're a split class. So because you've leveled up in Thief, you'll roll 1d4 and you'll halve the result. Rounding up.
Wait, why do I have to half the result?
Because you're split class. So when you go up in Bard, you roll 1d6 for hit points, and when you go up in Thief, you roll 1d4 for hit points, and so you split them each time. So you gain 1 additional hit point because you roll a 2.
Alright, I've gone up to 12 then. Slightly less squishy than Clover, but not by much.
Yep. All right, so Oglom is your loyal NPC is level 2. He's still got a ways to go to get to level 3. So I think that's all of the XP updated. I wanted to do a quick inventory on the magical items that you guys have got. Make sure that everything matches. So according to Elise, she is carrying... you're carrying the Potion of Invisibility. And I think you've also got a wand, haven't you? You've got a wand of chromatic.
And she also gave me the necklace with the 3 gems to help with that spell.
Yeah, so you've got the chromatic wand, I think it's called.
It's the wand of chromatic art.
Yeah, and then the necklace is the different orbs, isn't it? Yeah, you need
the different gems.
You need the different gems. You use them in combination.
I also have the ruby stone that let me store spells.
Yes, that's right. And you've got 1 spell stored in there at the moment, I think, which is Phantasmal Force.
Yes.
Chromatic. This. Okay, Freyord, you are wearing a necklace of protection +1. And I don't think you're carrying any... You did have a healing potion, but I think you took it last session after the fight.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Clover,
Wait, I'm curious what the necklace of protection looks like, Freyord.
Well, he's got 2 necklaces. He's got a bit of bling on at the moment because he's also got the necklace of Alcar. His sort of his what is it? Not it was the emblem of office or whatever it was, as it has been.
So you're Freyord frayed.
It's like a big clock.
Clover is carrying one of those stones.
I have the stone that gives me a constitution bonus, like that gives me an armor class bonus, I think.
Yeah, armor class bonus and a bonus to saving throws. Yes.
Yeah. And then I have written down on my sheet Potion of Heroism.
Yeah. Now that was the one that basically that's not good for you, but it's good for Reynolds because it increases the levels of a fighter.
Okay.
So I think Reynolds didn't want it at the time. He wanted you to hold on to it, but yeah, basically.
Okay.
Maybe he's just too tempted to drink it.
Yeah. Well, either that
heroin.
or he's like, "Mom, carry this for me."
Yeah.
I heard heroin, not whatever heroin. What?
Heroism.
But
But other than that, I don't think I have anything else. I have no healing potions, and I don't think I've picked up anything
you
else.
also have a wand of fear.
Apparently, I've blocked it out because I was so afraid of it that I don't remember that I had it. I have a wand of fear? What
Yes.
the heck is that?
A wand of fear is what you got. You got that from one of the one of the crypts or whatever that you went into. I can't remember which
Okay.
one it was. But a wand.
But we haven't actually had these things checked, right? So I just know I have a wand, like outside of character. Character doesn't know. I just know I have a wand.
I think at the time I explained what
We
it was.
figured it out, what it was? Okay.
I'm not
But
gonna.
the only other thing I have that I'm still hopeful is going to be magical sometime is I have Wolfsbane?
Yes, you do have Wolfsbane. Yes. Yes.
Still have Wolfsbane. I'm going to carry that one day. One day it'll be helpful.
It's probably quite a bit
scare
wilted
away
now. It's probably a bit wilted and a bit, yeah. But anyway,
It's okay.
Wonder
I'm
Fear
gonna give it
basically.
like an herb.
Wonder Fear is basically when you zap someone with it, it causes a bunch of creatures to be overcome by fear and run away. So, could come in handy. Okay. So Freya's also got one of those floating stones. It's the agate stone, which actually eats spells. So, like when someone casts a spell at you, it can sort of absorb it. So it can protect you, I guess. At least
It doesn't hold them after it eats it. Like it eats it and
it just dispels it essentially. I'll give you the proper definition. Yarn stone. Yeah, 78. A yarn stone, okay, the agate colour, which agate from memory is that like a yellow colour? Agate? Can't remember. What colour is agate?
red.
Is it?
Isn't the word like you mean this? Is it a stone called the agate stone?
Yeah, is
I
that
thought
red?
agate itself was red, like
Yeah.
as a word.
Oh, that might be one of those stones that can be available in a few different colours depending on what sort of element is trapped in it. You know, like you can get different colours of quartz depending on the type of element that's sort of mixed with it. But, sorry, I'm getting into my chemistry.
One's in multi-colours, according to Google.
Yeah, because like if it's got iron in it, it'll be sort of reddish colour. If it's got copper in it, it'll be bluish colour. If it's there's different elements.
I may be running down an Etsy hole right now because I just searched agate stone and I found an entire bunch of Etsy people with like all these lovely rocks. So buying on my credit card.
Okay, so basically it will absorb spells of 3rd level or lower. After absorbing a certain number of spells, it burns out and turns grey, and then it's useless after that. So yeah, it's just like it's a stone that absorbs bad stuff that's cast at you, Freya. Okay, and then we mentioned that Renault has the opal, which gives you +1 strength, and Elise has the one that stores spells that you can then cast. And then Ada is got a ring of protection +1, a healing potion still, and a polymorph potion. Polymorph potion you've got as well, which means you can.
What happened to my anti-magic ball? Oh, we left it behind somewhere, didn't we?
That you've got that lying in. That was the last time you left that. You left that in the room with Alcar's bedroom. That's where that currently is located because that stops you guys casting spells.
Always leaving stuff in people's bedrooms.
Yeah. Now you've got the polymorph potion, which I will tell you what that does. It can let you basically change into different shapes of different creatures and things. I think generally they're human-sized creatures. So yeah, upon drinking this potion, the character transforms into another being of their choice.
Okay.
Now I've got to go to the polymorph spell. Index of spells. Here we go. Polymorph. So we've had a little bit of bookkeeping to do at the start of this, but anyway, we're through it. I think that's the last of it. So polymorph self. The creature that you change into cannot have higher hit dice than the caster's level. So you're on level 3, so you could go for like a 3rd level creature. So, seeing if you could actually change into something like an owlbear. I think owlbears are bigger. Let's have a look at owlbear. I don't know. Our owlbears are too big. But you could turn into like a bear or something like that if you wanted to, or if you whatever you feel like.
just right towards the end of the campaign, just randomly decide I want to turn into a bear.
It's not permanent. It's not permanent. It lasts for like an hour or something like that. But just to remember that. All right, so I think that's all the bookkeeping we've done, which is good.
Right.
So yes, so like I said, you were down in the vault with a barely conscious Alcar the magician, and he has you in front of this this lock. So what are you guys going to do? How are you going to try? You're going to try and open this lock?
I remember this now.
Yeah.
So-
from the left. Wait.
Yep. So which row is that?
Here we said is the third one counting from the bottom.
I agree with this.
So like I said, to describe the door, it's a big door which has like two, which appear both on top and bottom. They appear to be like two large sort of locking mechanisms that can open the door.
Can we check for traps first? Those of us who are good at that.
And we ask
Yes. Okay, I want Clover, roll a d6, please.
Yeah. My rolling sucks. We'll see how this goes. 6.
Okay. Just double check on gnomes. Yeah, okay. And nothing. You don't notice anything obviously unusual about the room. Ada, you want to roll your thief abilities? You've got, what's your detect, find and remove traps ability?
For some reason, it's still sitting at 1 in 6.
Oh, actually, there is something we forgot to do because you're you went up a level in thief. You can add. You've got 2 points to reallocate to different abilities.
I'm going to reallocate them to. Okay, I'm going to add to remove traps 1, so that becomes 2 out of 6.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add to open locks becomes 4 out of 6.
Okay. All right. So roll a d6, please. Okay. You don't appear to notice any traps with this door. So yeah, you got these 2 keys. One says 5 from the left with 3 in between, and the other one says 5 from the right with 3 in between.
That has to be that row. That's the only one that adds up.
I think we need to turn them at the same time. Given my luck with touching objects, I would like someone else to turn the keys, please.
So that row, 5 from the left and 5 from the right keys. Yeah.
So which row are we saying?
3 from the third from the bottom, I think, is what we worked out, wasn't it?
That's so what is it?
Yep.
So there's 15 rows. So you're saying row. What row? 13 or 14 or 12?
Are you counting from the top or the bottom?
Counting from the bottom, you're saying? You third from the bottom, is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's row 13 from the top. Okay. So you got 2. Okay. All right. So okay. So that means if I can show on the. So okay. So you're on this row here. Sorry, this row here, aren't you?
Yep.
So 5 from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that does, yep, that leaves 3 in the middle. Okay, so you want to put these keys in and turn them?
Yep. Do it.
All right, so who's turning the keys? Who's doing? They're too far apart. You need 2 people to do it. So Freyord's doing one and Ada's doing the other. Okay.
Yep.
So it's like the nuclear codes where you got to do the launching. Okay, you can. Was it on 3? 1, 2, 3. You turn the keys. And you hear a whirring sound, and then the big lock on the bottom just goes clink and comes open.
Just the bottom one?
Just the bottom one.
What the F?
How many locks are there?
There's 2. There's a top one and a bottom one.
What does the top one look like?
The locks mechanisms are identical. There's just one at the top of the door and one at the bottom of the door.
Should we try turning the keys the other way then?
You
That's
can
clever.
try. Well, the keys that you just did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like whatever way we turn them back the other way.
All right. You want to turn them? Okay. So when you turn them again the opposite way, that bottom lock goes clunk and locks.
Ugh. Okay, fine. Not helpful.
All right. So again you turn it and open it, clunk, opens up. But yeah, so this top lock is still locked.
That's annoying.
Oh, there's another 2 keys where it's 5 on the right, 5 on the left. But the 3 in between is now there's 3 rows in between them.
Sorry, Debbie, say that again. I couldn't quite hear you.
Maybe there's it's still 5 from the right and 5 on the left, but this time the 3 in between is there's 3 rows in between them.
Well, the way it's been working is there's 3 keyholes in between the 2 keys. So.
What about the middle of those 3? So there's 3, but we don't have a key for that one.
Well, you can still pull the keys out of the locks. You can reuse the keys.
Okay. But which one would we use for them? Unless we use it for like the left and the right of the 3 in between. See if that works.
Hello?
Yeah.
Like the holes next to the ones we just did, because we did 5 from the left and 5 from the right. So if we just move one over.
Well, so you're on this row here. So you add 1 key in 1, 2, 3, 4. You had 1 key in there, and you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you had 1 key in there, which is 3 in between. So you want to move them across one or something.
Like inwards to the 3 in between.
Okay, but then in that case, if you do that, you're going to have only 1 in between. So can you see where I'm indicating on the thing?
Yeah.
Well, you can try that if you want to put the keys in and move them to a different point and turn the keys on the same row.
Oh, we have a really bad outcome though.
The stars on the bottom, do they move?
No, they're just
The little
decorative. They're
ninja
just
star
decorative.
looking
They're
thing?
just decorative.
Okay.
So it's just but on this big door there's just this big triangular lock mechanism. It's just decorative. Yeah.
Is there?
Hello. Am I still sounding very soft?
No, you're okay. Your volume's all right.
Okay, cool. think this one, and then this one.
So which row?
Bottom 3 from the 5 from the left, my bottom 3,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then 5 from the right on the. The 9.
9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that would be 5 from the right. That would put you here. Is that right?
Yeah, this,
The one in the center?
yeah, and then this one. So there's 3 in between.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah. If you want to try that, you can try turning those keys. Who wants to do it?
I'll take one.
Anyone else? Murph, you doing it? Frey, you're doing it again? don't all volunteer at once. Everyone's, who's on board with Debbie's plan?
Yeah, got it. You can do this.
Is anybody else doing it? Because I'll do it if nobody else will.
We're so supportive. You got this. You can.
Well,
I believe you.
It's almost like you think I'm trying to get you guys or something.
This is at least finish explaining, turn it, look back, and everyone just took a step back.
Okay.
All right, I'll do it with you.
All right.
And you have to do my suggestion with me.
Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. So Elise and Debbie, when you turn the keys, click. At first, nothing happens, and then you hear sort of like a grating sound, and it's quite loud. And then when you look behind you guys, the wall that's behind you starts to move, like closing. The wall's closing.
And not in a good way, right? Like
Not in a good way, no. As in, like when if it keeps on going, it will squish you all.
Oh god.
We turn the keys back. Turn the keys back and see if it stops it.
oh god.
What if it just moves it further?
Okay.
Yep, it might.
Well,
Renault
Alcor
is second guessing his life choices right now.
is there too. Doesn't he know how to stop it?
Okay. So what you want to do? You want to try and turn the keys back in the holes that they're already in.
Yeah, see if it stops.
No, doesn't work. It's still closing.
Okay,
Oh,
quick.
good.
Try mine. Try mine quickly, because mine that's 5 from the left, 5 from the right, and 3 in the middle.
Is it which colors your color the pink? All right. You want to try those ones?
It's my only other thought.
All right. Okay. You put the keys in. You turn, and nothing happens. It keeps coming.
I shake Alcor by the shoulder and ask him how to stop the wall.
Alcar's actually passed out.
Right?
I have a bottle of water. I splash it on his face.
Is there anything else in the room on this side, especially close to the door?
No, the room is besides the stairs that sort of led back down. I mean, if you want to run out of the room, you can go back up the stairs, and that'll avoid you being squished. But you'll have to make a decision soon because you've only got a couple of rounds left to go before it closes on you guys.
I feel like we need to get through this door. I feel like.
So you opened the first lock, easy enough.
3 from the and that's the only clues we have. 3 from the left, 3 from the right.
5.
Wait, no.
Five from the left.
No, 5
5
from the left, 3 in the middle.
Yeah.
5 from the right, 3 in the middle.
And if we screw up, we're like facing more booby traps, right? Like there's gonna be more
Maybe.
problems.
Big guys, big.
And I show how far is us from the wall right now?
you've got maybe a minute to go before that closes on you guys. So make a decision quickly.
Can I throw a jar of the liquid that was melting through this everything, melting through stuff at the wall to see if it will melt the whole wall?
You can do, yeah. You take a vial and you throw it, and it splashes on the wall, and there's a bit of a sizzle, and you can see that it's etching into the surface of the stone, but it's just sort of just running down the wall. But the wall is still closing towards you. But now it's got corrosive acid on it as well, which is even better.
Lovely.
You could have thrown it on
Wish
the
Dan
lock.
burnt.
I could throw it at the what?
The locks.
Yeah, you could have thrown it at the lock. Yeah. But then it could damage the lock. And
Lock picking ability. I have lock picking ability. I have 4 or 6 lock.
there's like 90 locks there or something.
I think we can take them.
Okay, guys, come on. You better make it. Any moment now, you're going to get squished.
Yeah, I think it's time to leave.
Ugh.
Hmm.
What are you doing?
What do you think?
Come on,
What are you
quickly.
thinking, Clover?
Rayard's leaving. That's you.
Bless you.
It's the fumes from the acid, Debbie. It's making her sneeze.
I've got nothing. I can't add data for this.
I got nothing.
All right, you're going to run back out then? You're dragging the unconscious Alcar with you as well?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm assuming you grab the keys out of the locks, or you're going to leave the keys in the locks?
Wait, before you guys go. Just give me the keys. Somebody stay here and try these last 2.
I'll stay.
Okay, which ones are you trying
Other
now?
2 pink ones. Yeah, I drew them out. The other 2 pink ones
On the
that are
left
there.
on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
All right. So Ada, Renault, Freyord, and Olglum, you're leaving the room.
Yeah.
We gotta go, everybody.
Okay.
I'll stay.
It's almost like well, you got like you're trying to. Was it the compactor scene in Star Wars? You're like you're
Yeah,
trying
that's
to.
what I keep thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Goonies with the piano. That's what I keep thinking too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Elisa and Ada, you frantically put your keys in those 2 locks. You turn, and it doesn't work. It's still, the wall is still closing in.
And I
All right. I guess we'll leave.
All right. You grab your keys. And as the thing is closing in, it's getting really tight. You squeeze up, and then you get up the stairs, and you get out of the room, and you hear bang as a wall closes, and then it's just silence. And you're at the top of the stairs, panting from the quick sort of run up the stairs. Alcar is still passed out.
No, not dead yet.
Yeah, you're just lucky to get out.
Can we see the mechanic? What is pushing the wall in front now, or is it all still blocked?
It's basically there was like a narrow staircase going down into like a dark room, which was the vault. So obviously the stairs was away from where the wall was, so there was like a little bit of a gap. But no, there was like this solid stone, like almost like a stone. It looked like a wall, but it's obviously deeper, and so yeah, you can't make out an obvious mechanism. So I suppose you've got some time to maybe think about that lock again, or try something different.
And why are we trying to get through this?
No.
Oh, apparently there was something. There was things. Alcar, before he passed out, said that there were things in the vault that could help. I mean, if you want to, you can just leave this and go try and stop Eliavar from doing whatever he's going to be doing, or you can see if you can still try and get into this vault.
Is there enough room for a mole to get in there with keys?
Well, you need 2 moles to be able to turn, but I think even a mole. I mean, a mole is. I don't know how big moles are, but they're about this big.
Mole going to turn a key.
Yeah.
Depends on the mole. Sometimes like a mouse size. That's what I imagine mole to be. Mouse size.
Moles are. I think they're bigger than a mouse, but they're smaller than a rat. So they're somewhere in between. But yeah. I think they're about maybe that sort of size. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Maybe a softball sort of sized creature.
I don't need a refill.
All right, so you're at the foot of the stairs, pondering. As you're sitting there thinking about things, you start to hear a grating sound again. Probably after about 5 to 10 minutes, you notice that the actual wall starts to retract again.
I was gonna. Okay, good.
Knew it.
So it starts moving back and sort of resets.
That was a
Okay, so
really.
we have another shot at this.
What was that, Brad?
We have another shot at this.
lame. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Tracy.
Oh, sorry, Brad.
No, I was just never got. Go ahead.
Okay, Ada's just.
Okay, so there was no consequence really to the wall moving to us. So we're just gonna go back down and try again.
I suppose you can.
Yeah.
We think the worse the ritual might be.
Okay.
So you got the first lock pretty easily.
Okay, so show me on the map which one. Not the map on the grid here. Which one was the correct one?
Okay, let's clear all the drawings.
The yellow one is the correct one.
Okay.
Yes,
Open
yes.
the bottom lock.
But that opened the bottom lock. Just gonna roll a d6. Hang on. Okay.
Oh, maybe the fifth row. Is 5 to the 5 from the right would go here, and 5 from the left would go here, and there's 3 in between.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Debbie, that's freaking genius.
I also got the wall start moving towards us. So this might be-
Yeah, she also almost did kill you guys, but yeah, yeah.
I love that.
Swings and roundabouts. All right, so you want to try that one? Ada, you just stepped out. So Elisa's suggested another row, which is indicated with the green. Because actually, what happened after about 10 minutes, the actual wall reset and sorry?
I thought this lock thing was no more because it's in the room that got squished.
Yeah, after about 10 minutes, it actually reset and the wall started retracting back.
Oh, okay. Anna took a leave break and came back with a lot of colourful squiggles.
You were just using...
Clover's already running to the room with the key. I'm like, come on, try it.
All right, so actually, those keys are a little bit higher up, so it's not to
That's
be.
who I jumped.
You,
An idiot.
It's a bit tall for you.
Can somebody give me a boost, please? Or, like, can somebody else, Renault, Freyord, maybe come over and, like, turn the key?
All right.
I'll turn the
Ada? No, Ada.
At least being a human can actually quite easily reach the key, but obviously Clover needs a bit of a boost.
I'll turn the key.
All right. You're going to turn? All right. You turn together though in the position of that Elise thing, and sure enough, there's a whir and then clink. The top lock
Yay!
opens up.
Please.
Okay, and so with that, you can then, like the door. I don't know what the door sort of like and sort of opens and reveals. I can change this. Where are we?
87 skeletons that kill us all.
Ooh.
But I missed.
I don't see it.
You don't see it, or you do see it?
I don't. In roll 20?
No. Look in Zoom.
Oh, sorry.
We're back to the battle room. Bum bum bum.
Dun 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 dun.
That looks awesome.
Wow.
I'll just remove this.
Through the door. Hurrah.
I wish to battle there.
So just show you. It's the treasure.
This is like the friendly giant.
Yeah.
It is. That's such a Canadian reference.
The rocking chair by the fireplace, right?
What? Big friendly giant. BFG.
Mhm.
No.
That's.
It was a Canadian children's program that was on early in the morning. The Friendly Giant.
Oh, was it a direct sort of rip off of Roald Dahl? Was it?
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
Not even a little bit.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So are those piles of gold or are they piles of hay?
They're piles of gold. It's like the treasure vault for the castle. There's basically when the door opens up, your mouth sort of drops, and you just go, "Sacre bleu, the legends were true." You see all of this gold. It's gold.
Should have sent the poet.
Yeah, piles of gold and chests and statuettes, and it is the treasure of the castle that has been collected over hundreds of years of different wizards on their exploits and or whatever, all the wealth that they have acquired over all this time. This is the repository of all their wealth.
Did Elkhart tell us?
At least a pillowcase.
Trick or treat.
Did Elkhart tell us what we were looking for in here that would help us? I mean, other than gold.
At the moment, he's still unconscious.
He didn't tell us.
No, but
what are those statues on either side facing each other ominously with like robes on?
Yeah, they seem to be these these sort of martial-looking sort of statues. And then there's
If we touch anything, you're gonna wake up.
So, like I said, yeah, there's piles of gold. I mean, a lot of it just seems to be. Well, I mean, there are some shields. There's some weapons in there. There's lots of coins. Obviously, way too many for you to try and sort of count. In this sort of in the time you have, but there's these statuettes. There's like a gargoyle statue, which is kind of over here. This one here, yeah. And then these are the sort of martial statues you were talking about. And then there's a bunch of chests. Some are open, some are closed.
And then what's that other statue beside the gargoyle?
Yeah, that seems to be. Yeah, it's like some demonic I just want to show you on the camera.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
it looks like me.
Yeah. It's a bit like a the little thing. And then this is the gargoyle one.
Oh,
I have a bad feeling about cursed
Yeah.
gold and gargoyles coming to life.
Oh, these are the I might as well show you this one because you can see it.
All right. I have a feeling if we cross their field of view, something bad is gonna happen. Just a feeling.
But also treasure.
Well, and he said there was stuff in here that would help us defeat what's-his-face, so... I mean, it's not going to be unguarded, right? Like, what's the point of having these statues right across from each other? That just feels purposeful.
I can sneak.
what if we threw the guy who's passed out onto the pile of gold?
Wow. Rescued him so we could throw him at space.
I feel like we're back to throw the goblin, drag him back. Why don't we try it?
Hit the tail on the donkey.
Um,
Party it.
well, what if? So you can walk behind them, can't you?
Yeah, you could probably get behind them. Yeah, for sure. They're not right up against the wall. They're close to the wall, but they're not right up against it.
So you wouldn't be crossing their field of view, would you?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can definitely go round behind them if you wanted to.
Would any of my thief abilities help? Because I can pickpocket, move silently, hide in shadows.
There isn't many shadows in there because you can see these like these sort of magical sconces giving off light. So there isn't really much shadow in there. You could try and move silently, but I mean, there's a bunch of guys with you in the room, so they're clinking with their armor and stuff.
Bunch of noisy, good for nothings.
I'm talking with my mute on. I am going to take a coin out of my pouch.
Yeah.
And I'm going to throw it at the that's right in front of me and not bother to ask anybody about it. I'm just going to do it.
Okay, great. Teamwork.
I feel like Clover is becoming a little bit of a loose cannon at times.
All right, so you're going to pull out a coin and you're going to just basically throw it onto the pile.
But not onto the pile. I want to hit the chest directly in front of me. So I kind of really want it to go right in front of their eyes.
This one or this one?
No, the closed one.
That one?
Closed one.
Because you're here.
That one's open. The closed one.
Closed one. Okay.
Right
All right. Yep. So you throw a coin on it, and it hits the chest and just bounces off.
Does it come back to me?
No, it just lands on the ground, just bounces off as if it's just hit an inanimate object.
Okay, so that was useless, and I lost a coin.
There's more over there.
There is more over there, and I could go check, but I feel like all of you guys are better armored than me.
It's like you've got all this treasure, and now it's like you've all suddenly got really, really tentative and like, no, you go first. No, you go first.
I trust nothing.
I'll take for your suggestion and go behind one of the statues.
All right.
Yeah.
So at least what you're going around here, are you, behind the statue?
No, the other ones I'm not facing the gargoyle.
Okay. All right. So you're going to the left, or you're going through here, or you're going around the other side?
Behind.
So behind it. Okay. So you go behind it, and you get like this, which I can show you.
Buffalo Gal.
And nothing happens.
Thanks, Murph.
I turn around and get thumbs up.
It's all good, and then the walls start to close in. No, I'm just kidding.
Assistant employment. Yeah, I'll go around the other statue.
All right.
Eminem song about these 2 trailer park gnomes go round the outside,
All right. So Freyord goes in, and again, yeah, nothing happens. These statues seem to just be unmoving.
Maybe it's
I'm
when
gonna. Go ahead, Ada.
I was just saying, maybe only bad stuff happens if we try to take things.
Maybe. But there's definitely stuff in there that could help you guys.
Do I see any daggers?
Daggers. You do actually. There is a dagger lying on the pile. There's also, from what you can see, there seems to be a few scrolls lying around, and a few other objects. There's a sword lying there. There's even a mace. And then there's a few other bits and like I said, there's obviously just lots of coins, but there's necklaces, there's gemstones, there's vases made out of gold or silver. Some of it may be magical, I would assume, obviously in a magician's castle. Some of it might just be regular treasure.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go around by where Elise is, and I would like to go to the back, one of the back chests, and take a look inside and see if there's anything that looks magical in there.
All right. So you looking at this chest here?
So I touch the chest, and it turns into a monster that eats me, right?
No, that chest is open, and you can see that inside it there is just more coins and gold necklaces and bracelets and things. Just seems to have just generally treasure in there.
Seems to.
Can I take the dagger?
Yeah, you can pick up the dagger. You're going to be the first person to take something?
Yes, it's shiny and I like that.
It's shiny and pointy, as it says in her cup. It's like, yeah, it's. I think you just have to take it, don't you? Yeah. As you pick up the dagger, sorry, Murph, what was that?
How many scrolls are there?
I count at 3 scrolls. There's a couple of potions in there as well, lying around, or bottles with coloured liquid in it.
I'm gonna pick up the elixirs, the bottles.
Bottles, okay. There's 3 bottles there. 2 of them, the colour looks familiar to what you've had before with the potion of healing. Seems to be the same colour. There's another one there which it's a different colour that it's got this iridescence sort of inside it. You're not sure what that one is, but there definitely seem to be 2 potions of the same colour as the potions of healing you've had in the past. But when you pick those up, nothing untoward seemed to have happened.
Cool.
Right, then I'm going to go rifling to the next chest. I'm not taking gold. I'm just looking for magical items.
So you're going to that chest now? Okay. All right, so I'll take you over to that one. Okay, when you open it... Oh, actually, that chest is closed. You want to check if it's locked or whatever?
I mean...
Ada?
I'd like someone to check it for traps. Please.
Ada's going over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ada. Are you going round the outside or are you going straight through the middle?
I'm just going straight through the middle. What is this sneaking business?
All right.
I'm just...
Ada goes straight through. Nothing actually happened when you walk between them.
All right.
All right. Ada, I want you to roll for. I suppose you want to check for traps.
Yep, D6.
Yep.
Roll on a D6. 4.
Okay. It's interesting how it actually on Zoom it takes a while to refresh. It's actually okay.
Rolled a 4.
Let's have a look. Chat. Okay, you rolled a 4. All right. No, you didn't. You didn't find any obvious traps with that chest. So who's going to open it? Oh, actually, you do have to. Well, it's locked. You're gonna have to pick the lock. So you're gonna have to now roll another d6 if you want to pick.
6. Open locks.
Yep.
We roll another D6.
Yep.
I'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, it's a bit. It's. Unfortunately, this one seems to be eluding you. You can't seem to get that one open.
The dagger I pick up, is it a normal dagger or is there something different about it?
All right, when you're holding the dagger, it does feel different. It feels energized a little bit, for want of a better term. You're obviously used to magic, so you kind of get a vibe out of it that it's feeling energized. But what that means, I don't know. You'd have to find out.
As the kids say, it's giving magic.
Yeah.
Skibbity. I'm taking that mace.
All right. Okay. So Freyord picks up the mace, and it's a nice ornate mace, and again it feels energized, like it feels, in your hand it suddenly just feels like, I don't know, you feel invincible. And there's also something else that kind of feels different about this mace.
Okay, cocaine mace.
Yeah, but you're not 100% sure.
Cocaine.
What did you say? The cocaine.
cocaine mace. Yeah.
In the pile, is there any sapphire or magnetite?
Oh, you're looking for sort of different gemstones. Oh, that's to use with your chromatic thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just double check what it says about that. Is it chromatic wand of... oh, okay. Index of spells. It'll be under the spell description. Chromatic orb. Okay, 158. It says chromatic orb. Spell conjures an orb of pure color that shoots towards a visible target. The gem. Okay, so yeah, basically. All right. So what you were looking for sapphire, were you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Roll a d6, please. Okay. No, you didn't find a sapphire. There are other ones there though. There's a black. Oh, okay. Roll another d6. Okay, you find an onyx, which is a sort of a black sort of sapphire. The rest of them are just regular sort of like rubies, and other sort of, yeah. But I mean, maybe if you burrow down into the piles, you might find something else. But in the time that you've got at the moment, from just looking around, that you don't spot and immediately spot a sapphire.
Does anybody else have lockpicking? I don't.
No, just Ada.
Do you have to have lockpicking to try lockpicking? Like, is it just a skill you could do, but it would be like super unlikely?
Anyone can try to pick locks, but for someone who's not actually trained in how to do it, I think you'd be there for hours trying to pick it.
I still have 2 bottles of acid, so I can pour some into the lock or the hinges of the chest.
All right, okay, you could try doing that. So this chest that's over with Ada and Clover, is that what you're talking about? Well, you had 3 vials, so you got 2 vials left. Because you threw one and smashed it against the wall.
Well, if it's full of potions, I really don't want us just smashing the crap out of it, or I'd be like, hey, Freyord, come on over here with your mace.
All right, so Elise, you're going to just like pour some onto the you said the hinges or the lock?
Let's try the lock first. If that doesn't work, we can try the hinges.
Okay, so you're gonna just carefully pour some of the acid into the lock, and you immediately, you start to hear some sizzling sound, and this, a sort of pungent smell as the metal's being sort of eaten by the acid. But yeah, it's probably going to take a while for the acid to sort of work. So you're going to have to wait a bit, I think. I'm not. Yeah, it's nothing. Nothing immediately happens. It looks like it's probably going to take a while to etch its way through whatever it's going to do.
Or do you not want it? Or Ada? Somebody? There was a sword, right?
Sword there.
Yeah, there was a sword.
Scrolls. Does anybody want to pick up the scrolls?
I can take the scroll if Clover
I'll
does.
take them. We can look at them. I don't know that we'll be able to use them right now, but we can take them with us.
Well, you guys have read magic.
Read.
You
can read other languages, remember?
Yeah. You've still got read magic that you can cast. I mean, once you cast read magic, you can read the scrolls.
Right, but then can you use the scroll like in?
Soon as you've read them, you can use them just as if you're casting a spell.
Oh, okay.
So actually, who's got read magic left? I think
me.
Yeah, Elise. No, you have. Oh, you actually both Elise and Clover both still got read magic available. So according to what I can see, that was the other thing I forgot to mention, guys. Because you guys have actually gone up a level, you get extra spells.
Do we get them now, or do we have to, like, quote unquote, go train?
No, I'm not going to go into that. You can have the spells straight away, but you will need to sleep before you can memorize them. So basically, after you've had a rest. So you guys will both gain 1 spell each, and also a cantrip. Now,
Nice.
I'll just quickly tell you what you've got. I think it's because you're now level 3. Means I think you'll get your first level 2 spell. I think second level spell. Double check. Magic user level 3. Yeah, so you would have had. You get your first second level spell. And I think that also applies to Elise with the Illusionist. Let me double check. The Illusionist. 62. Likewise. So you've got all your first level spells, but you now gain your first second level spell, which you'll be able to pick and put in your book. And you also get an additional cantrip, which you can then cast. But again, like I said, it'll be once you've had a sleep, you'll get them. Okay. All right. So who's casting read magic then?
It lasts for a while, right? So we'd probably.
It lasts for 10. It lasts for 10 minutes.
And would we then be able to read more than one scroll?
Yeah.
How many scrolls are there?
There were 3.
I think we also pick up some spells book along the way that we can read at the same time.
That's true. You did have a spell book.
Yeah, you got the spell book from the necromancer, and actually, I think you've also got the spell book of one of the apprentices. Read magic lasts 10 minutes.
Okay, I'll cast it for sure.
All right. Okay, so you cast read magic, and skimming over these scrolls, you find that you have a scroll of a spell called Heat Metal.
Oh, what?
Heat Metal.
Heat metal.
Which is Heat Metal 140. Heat Metal lasts for 7 rounds, so just over a minute. All metal in the possession of a number of human-sized subjects is heated up to extreme temperatures.
Heat metal.
Oh, heat metal. I thought you said eat metal.
No, not heat. No. It's it'll basically, if someone's holding a sword or armor, it'll suddenly heat up incredibly hot and burn them. There's another scroll called the spell Shield, which improves your armor class, and then the last scroll is Magic Missile. But it's got free. You can cast it 3 times, so there's free Magic Missile spells written on the scroll.
I'm sorry, was the other one Shield or Dispel Shield?
No, Shield.
Oh, okay.
Which is I think a 1st level spell. Magic Missile is 1st level. Heat Metal is a 2nd level spell, which is quite good for you gone up to 2nd level now, because that means you can actually cast them. Okay, Freya's got the mace. Elise picked up the dagger. There is a sword. There also seems to be a nice embroidered sort of bag.
I'll take the bag.
Bag of holding?
Elise should take that.
It's a bag that when you pick up and open it, there's like this sort of black abyss or whatever inside it. It does seem to be magical.
It's a bag of holding!
Yes, I think you've been able to discern that it is a bag of holding. Yes, correct. Yes. And I think it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious that Elise will want to take that, won't she? She now has an. Well, actually, bag of holdings are not infinitely. You can't just load up everything. I think technically it's about 10,000 coins, weight-wise. I think. So yeah, there is a limitation to all the amount of ogre bits and things that you can get over there. But I think it's about 10,000 coins worth. I think bag of holding. Yeah, up to 10,000 coin of weight. And it does actually get heavy. So as it gets full, it can weigh about 600 coins, which is quite. If you had a complete full bag of holding, you would be struggling to carry it at least.
I have to build like kind of a wheelie chair for the bag.
Yeah, you just have this trolley with your bag of holding.
If only we had something that could carry that bag, like a donkey, a horse, a dragon.
Derek the dragon.
What happened to the dragon?
The dragon, Derek the dragon. You released him. He was in prison, and you released him, and he flew away.
Gone.
He flew away.
Sorry, Derek. I missed you already.
All right. Who's taking that sword? Who's going to take that sword?
There still is the
I have
sword.
room to carry a sword.
Does Ada want to take the sword?
Ada would like an extra sword.
All right. Okay, so
Adam only has a short sword. Adam would like a nice pointy long sword.
okay, yeah, this is a nice, ornate. You know, being a bard, you got to have the bling as well. So it's a nice looking sword, and again, it does feels good in your hand. Like it feels, for want of a better term, it feels magical. So yeah. But how that reveals itself, you'll have to find out. Okay.
And Renault, what were you asking?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, how do you know if like one sword is better than another sword?
I guess you'll
Or is it
find
just-
out when you find out. I mean, there are such things as cursed swords as well.
I mean, I'm assuming everything here is freaking cursed. That's why I haven't bought. That's why I've touched nothing. You guys are all screwed, and I'm doing the next adventure myself.
I'm gonna pick up a coin and throw it at Renault so it hits him.
Oh
So
yeah.
he can shut up about it.
I kind of want
We'll
to
add
take
one
some
coin to my inventory.
treasure back to the villager.
Oh yeah. Well, you have a bag that can carry him quite easily.
Right. So far, we've been lucky in taking things, and nothing's come to haunt us. But I just have a sneaking suspicion that if we touch the gold or the jewels, whatever, something bad's gonna happen.
Well, I literally just threw a coin at Renault, and he said he put it in his bag.
Okay,
Oh, that's it. That's it.
we're in. Yeah, I would like to take some, like, a good amount of gold that we could easily carry.
Yeah.
We could divide it between ourselves, because I don't know if we have any gold coins or.
Oh, you got quite a bit of treasure already.
I think it would be good to take something back to the villagers, saying basically, whatever evil has been visited upon you has now been, hopefully, if we're done.
Yeah.
And then we can give them some gold to.
Rebuild.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just gonna grab a couple of handfuls and just shove it in your sack, sort of thing, or your backpack or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have
Sounded so
Three
strange
more.
just then.
What's that?
I said, shove it in your sack sounds so Aussie. Dungeon Master.
Stuff in it. What is it? Stuff in your. What's the thing from Walter Matilda?
Swag.
No, it something in his swag. It was he grabbed that little jumbuck and stuffed it in his tucker bag. His tucker bag. That was it. That's it. Tucker bag. Yes, that's the Walter Matilda.
I heard.
There's two versions of Walter Matilda actually for the non-Australians.
What?
There's two versions of Waltzing Matilda. There's the rest of Australia version, and then there's a Queensland version of Waltzing Matilda.
And then there's the dirty version.
What when he grabbed the sheep and it's like, oh, okay. No, actually, the Queensland version is exactly the same words as the other version of Waltzing Matilda, but they sing the chorus differently.
Oh.
It's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit of Australia trivia for you guys. Okay. Anything else?
We've got 3 more chests and these 2 big jugs that I feel like we would be remiss if we didn't check through them to see if there's any other things that might help us or potions, because we still have to go beat the crap out of somebody and I'm concerned. Just saying.
Okay.
What
Yep.
about we just get up and look at whatever's left right now?
There's one that looks like it's locked at the front, the one that I bounced my coin off of before.
Yeah. So what you want to do then? But you want to look inside these big sort of gold urns.
And the other chest that's like, there's another chest back there in front of, is that Freyord over there? No.
All right. So there's
back there.
there's these two. There's one here, and there's that one's open. You've seen that one. There's a chest right here in front of Elise, but that one's actually ajar, so you can actually see, and it's just, again, it seems to be full of a bunch of treasure.
Money?
A jar? I thought you said it was a chest.
Aha.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
A jar. Alright, then if somebody wants to go unlock the one at the front, I'll check one of the urns. Renault, do you want to come and check something, or are you just going to stand there with Oglim with your hands in your pockets?
He's been very cautious. All right, Ada, you gonna check? Are you gonna check the? You're gonna check this? What? This one here? This one here? Is that right?
Do it.
You tell me, Clover. Is that the one?
Okay. Ada, roll a
to that one 'cause it's
d6
locked.
for checking for traps.
Sorry, checking for traps.
Yep,
2 of 6.
on that chest. Yep.
All right, roll d6. Go. Five.
And your final remove traps is 2 and 6. Okay. Yeah.
Suspense is killing me.
All right. Okay. So you go with your little. You look at the lock and you try and with your little tools, you just sort of just doing some investigating on the lock to see if it's got got a trap on it. And at that point, the chest pops open, and instead of seeing treasure, you see a row of teeth, and then this big like tongue thing lashes out at you.
It's a mimic. It's a very patient mimic.
Very, very patient mimic.
Good thing I've got like throwing knives and swords.
And Renault point at it and says, "I told you so."
We can take it.
Big stompy thing, or not stompy, but big snappy bitey. So it's going to make an attack on you. Okay. I'll just check if you. We'll check to see if you're surprised. I think I'm double check on.
Clover's in the back and goes, "Whoopsie!"
Very surprised.
Okay.
Knew there was a freaking mimic in here. I knew it.
Okay, Ada, I want you to roll. We're going to check if you're surprised. Roll a d6, please.
Rolling a d6.
Oh, bitch.
5.
You rolled a 5. Okay. All right. Luckily for you, with your skill, you suddenly got a sense for something was amiss, and you were able to step back just enough when it suddenly went opened up and the teeth. So you went, oh my god, like this, and his tongue got. So I want you guys to, yeah. So I want you to roll for initiative. And so Ada, you can roll first because you're the most obvious target.
Roll a d20.
D6.
6 coming up. 5.
Another 5. Okay, you got to go first. Well done.
Excellent. So this thing is like right in my face, right?
Yep.
So that ornate sword that I just picked up is like buzzing with magic.
Yep.
I'm going to take that and I'm going to lunge and plunge it straight into the open jaws of this bitey thing.
All right, you need to roll a d20.
Go.
Did you get
11.
11? Okay, let's have a look at. Okay, so you're a level 2. Okay, so 11, and you actually can add 2 to the roll, which makes it your 13. But unfortunately, I think that's not enough to hit. I think. Oh no, yes it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, just enough to hit. So you will do, it's a normal sword, so you'll do a d8 plus 2 for the magic.
So I'm rolling a d8 and adding 2.
Yep. Oh, 8 points of damage.
Yes.
So yeah, you do exactly what you said. You sort of and it stabs it into its sort of gaping maw, and obviously it sort of gives out a sort of sound as you obviously definitely wounded it terribly. Anyone else? What's doing? So we've got Clover and Elisa at the back here. Freyord, you're off on the side, and then Reynolds is standing back at Oglon here. Who's going next?
Can I even see it over the pile of treasure?
It's sort of just you can just all you suddenly see is you hear Ada sort of yell, and then you see her sort of step back, and you just hear like a snap sort of sound as the door the chest, and you see Ada stabbing, but you can't see what she's actually stabbing at.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to climb the treasure mountain so that I can have an advantage point over top of whatever this thing is.
So you're saying you go up to the top here.
That'll be my move, since I assume it's going to be hard. It's a mountain compared to me. The hills are alive with the sound of jewelry.
Hey, she's on top. Hey. Elise, what are you doing?
I will throw my new dagger at it.
All right, you're going to have to move to. So you're going to have to move to a point. Okay, so you're going to try and get past these things to say here. And so you're with your new shiny dagger, you throw it and roll a d20. Did you roll?
13.
Oh, okay. It's actually 14 because it's a magical item, so it's a +1. And at 14 is good enough to hit. Where you'll do 1d4 +1. Four points of damage. Wow! And amazingly, after the daggers hit it, it sort of wiggles inside its body, and then it shoots back to you, and comes back to your hand.
Ooh, yay!
Wow!
Boomerang dagger.
Boomerang dagger. Cool.
And it really surprised you when it came back. It almost hit you, like you sort of went into your hand. All right, Freyord.
Yes. I'm going to. I'm not in striking distance, so I'm going to have to try and just move closer. You could actually run up and hit it. You're close enough to. Okay.
So basically, you see this circle on the ground here. Just so to explain how we're not. If we were using the Roll20, we would be like using the measurement things and all that. But since we're using the miniatures and that, we were using zone movement. So this internal circle you can see, which is actually a lighter color. That's melee range, so anything within that can make melee attacks to each other. The circle outside of that, that's missile range. And then the furthest one away, which is kind of over here, is kind of like a sort of visual range or auditory range. So if you can actually move from one zone per turn. So you are actually in missile range, but you can actually move into the melee thing and make an attack.
Yes, sir. I'm going to use my new magical mace.
Okay, so you move over here. See if I can rotate that around without Clover falling off the treasure. Okay, roll a d20.
On the roll?
Yep.
Love it. Like camera move.
16. Again, you get a +1 for the mace. So that's good enough to hit.
It's also magical?
Wow.
It's magical as well, yes.
Yep.
You get a +1. So you're going to roll a d6 and add +1 plus if you've got any strength. I think you've got a strength of something.
I think the stone that you have, isn't it? Stone?
No, actually, Reynolds got the stone of strength.
Yeah.
Freyord's he's got
Right.
protection.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got the protection necklace.
But his strength is, I think, a +1 anyway.
Yeah, It's +1 melee attack damage.
Yeah. So you're going to be getting +1 for your normal strength, and then +1 for the magical mace.
Yeah, that gives you 3.
Ah, okay. Yeah. The mimic is like, because I mean, this isn't a particularly big mimic. It's a smaller. I mean, you've heard stories of bigger mimics. This is a bit on a smaller size. Okay, but no, it's
on the web.
My phone's talking to me. But it's not dead yet. No. Renault.
Yeah. So wherever I'm standing, I'm just going to take a pot shot with the crossbow.
You haven't got a crossbow. You got a spear. The only people who got crossbows is Oglum has a crossbow and Ada had a crossbow.
I'm pretty sure I got a crossbow with 30 bolts.
Have you?
Sure.
Have you? Have you had one this whole time and didn't know it?
Not the whole time, but like the last several episodes, I've had a crossbow.
Okay. All right then. Well, okay. I can't remember. I must have missed that. I mean, there was.
Did you pick it up with the goblins where Elise got the goblin pillows? Maybe because they had weapons and stuff in there.
Yeah. It could have been. Yeah.
I could have. I don't remember when I got it.
If you've got it written down on your sheet, then you probably did, and I've just missed it somewhere. Okay.
No worries.
All right, we'll roll a d20 then to shoot with the crossbow.
You can, you're in charge of this. You can steal my crossbow back if you want to.
If you've written, no, like I said, if you've written, I mean, it's been a while since we've played, so.
All right, so d20.
Yeah, d20.
Cut it. That's a 6.
No, that crossbow misses the mimic and almost hits Clover. Okay, and Oglum will come over here and he'll have a shot, and we'll see how Oglum goes, which is normally terribly, but we'll see how we go.
Oh god, Oglum, he's still around.
I'm about to get shot, aren't I? I did not think about that when I stood up on top of the mountain of treasure.
Actually, Oglum hits.
Oh!
For a change.
And he does. It's only a glancing blow, but he does some damage. All right, I think that's everyone. So that means the mimic gets to attack, and it will attack Ada, who's in front. So we'll roll for the mimic.
Great, thanks for that. What am I rolling?
No, the mimic's attacking you. It's rolling, and I think it's missed. What's your armor class?
Armor class. A little sheet thing. Armor class. 8. Surely that's gone up though.
8. Your armor class is 8. Your armor class is got to be better than 8 because you're wearing leather armor.
Surely. That was on my OG character sheet.
Okay, so you're wearing leather armor, and you got dexterity. So your armor class, I've got it.
Surely my armor class is a lot better than that.
It is. It's like 5 or 6. I think the mimics missed you. Let me just double check what your armor class is because you should.
Oh, hang on. No, and then ring of protection, armor class 5 with rings.
Okay, I've just opened up your character sheet. Your armor class is normally 6, but yeah, it's 5 because of the rings. So, based on that, the monster is going to miss you. It's so it's 5.
Aw, he's gonna miss you.
The mimic is big, sort of pseudopod tongue, I think they call it. It just lashes out, and you can see it's got all this sort of slimy sort of stuff all over it. It's like dripping off the tongue, and as it snaps, it moves. It snaps at you, and then it kind of moves over here slowly. sort of go ching, 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 ching. The chest is sort of bouncing up as it sort of moves, and it's giving these sort of guttural sounds, but it's actually there's a lot of blood, and it's significantly badly injured. So I want you guys to roll for initiative again.
I got it. It's a 6, right?
Yep, D6. All right, you guys won initiative again. So, all right, Reynold, it's close to you now, so you can go first.
So I think I have a crossbow, and I'd like to use it.
I have a crossbow, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Actually, crossbows are actually you have to reload them, and I think it takes a turn to reload.
Does that take a full turn to reload?
Yeah, it takes a round to reload, so they're not like rapid fire like a bow.
Speaking as a person who's actually loaded a fake crossbow, they're a pain in the butt, and they misfire, and they backfire. They're fun.
That's a real shame because I just rolled a 19, so I will be taking that 19 back. So, okay, let me see what I can do. I will be grabbing my. You know what? For old time's sake, we're gonna stay with the spear.
Your trusty spear.
My trusty spear,
Yep.
complete with tip.
Okay, so yeah, did you say you already rolled? Oh, you rolled a 19.
did.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough to hit it with a spear. In fact, it's so close you could just stab it with a spear. You don't even have to throw it.
Okay, I like that idea.
Yeah. So yeah, you hit. So that's automatically you're going to do damage. So roll a d6 for the spear and add your strength, which I think is +1.
Not too shabby.
And actually, you all got that magical stone as well, the Own Stone.
The opal stone, right?
Yeah, so that gives you an extra +1. So you're actually adding +1 for you because your normal strength is 13, but with that stone, you're actually 14.
Thank you, Clover.
Which actually, it still makes your strength. Does it? Yeah. Okay, so it's still only a +1. So what did you roll? You rolled a 4. Okay, so that's 5. That's enough to finish it off.
Nice.
So yeah, you stab it into its mouth, and then it sort of gives out a gurgle, and then its big tongue that was flipping around just suddenly just goes flop, just flops down to the ground, and it's.
And I will bring my spear back, and I will blow on the tip like it was a gun. That's how I roll.
I'm blowing on ears, okay?
All right, one dead mimic.
Oh,
One dead mimic.
Woohoo!
Elise, did you want some of the teeth for your bag of goodies?
It's time for Elise to come over and scavenge it.
Be careful. I don't know if that's not poison on its tongue.
I take one of the pillowcase, wrap my hand in before trying to put it out.
It's really
From my lofty position, taller than all of y'all right now.
it's really sticky, Elise. The tongue has got like incredibly sticky sort of slime on it. So when you try and touch it with the goblin pillowcase, the pillowcase sticks to it.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like this world version of super glue.
Yeah, it's like super glue. Instantaneously sticky. Yeah.
Elise, you are the weirdest sorcerer I've ever met.
I am sure that's weirder. This guy got trapped in the mirror.
Well, yeah, but I haven't met a lot of people.
Just wait until season 2.
Right?
And he had a basement he has a dragon in his basement, not a
A
basement.
dungeon.
Yeah. He had a bit of a menagerie going on, didn't he?
Yeah, he may be pissed when he finds out we let everybody out.
Yeah, I think I imagine he's not going to
We
be.
let the dragon out.
Yeah, I imagine he's not going to be too happy about some of the things that have been happening. But I mean, there are bigger issues at play rather than just letting a certain creature out.
Also, how does it work is us that let the dragon out and not the student who trapped him in the mirror that let the dragon out.
Okay, so you have a dead mimic on the floor of the treasure vault. You've got magical items and things. Anything else you want to do in this
I'm
room?
gonna slide down towards the little pots now.
You're sliding out. Shh.
Yeah, slide down because super cool off the top. No, the pots on the other side.
Oh,
that
the
have
pots.
check.
Okay, yeah, down here.
There's 2 pots there.
Yeah. All right, you're going to open them, are you?
I'm, however, not going to turn my back on the thing that looks like Freyord or the gargoyle.
Okay, so you want to go. All right, you're facing it. Okay, all right, yeah. Out of the corner of your eye, I swear you could have swore that the gargoyle's eyes opened or moved.
Are you shitting me?
We're running out of time, guys.
Gotta go.
You're not 100% sure, Clover, but maybe the gargoyle's eyes moved, but you're not 100% sure.
Hey, I'm going to back up and be like, guys, we need to get the heck out of here.
Time to go.
Now. That thing is alive. I guarantee you that thing is alive.
Get out.
Get
Time to
out.
go.
You backing out?
Yeah, we can always come back and check this stuff out later if we survive.
All right. Okay, so
Sadly, leave the sticky mimic on the floor because I can't bring it with me.
no, I mean, you could try and cut out the big sort of tongue, try and shove that in your bag, but it's very, very sticky. It's very kind of hard to, because every time, when you get glue on your fingers and you're trying to pick and you're trying to get the paper off your fingers and it sticks to it. It's like that. Yeah, it's really, really hard to get the stuff off.
And I get the pillowcase back, though, just yank it off and then roll it so that the sticky stuff is in the inside of the roll.
Yeah, you can do that, but then it's all kind of sticking to itself, and it's just really messy.
I'll figure it out later. And,
Okay.
shove it back in the much bigger bag.
Well, add that to the list for the people playing at home. Okay. All right. So,
I don't want you to have to list sticky pillowcase in her list of belongings.
Whoa.
it's not as bad as sticky sock, is it?
Wow.
Oh dear. We're going straight to hell.
It did not
We're
require
going-
more explanation.
We're going straight to hell.
We gotta go.
Yeah. Can we go get this guy now? We've got... How many potions did we grab?
3.
2?
3.
Healing potions?
There's 2 healing potions and one is what is it?
We don't know. He said it was the different color.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the potion of heroism out of my bag, and I'm going to give it to Renault and say, you need to hold on to this, because if you need it in the middle of a battle, you don't need to, we're about to go into some shit, my friend. Take the potion. Hold on to it.
Okay, give me the potion.
Okay.
All right, so you've come up out of the vault, dragging the unconscious Alcar with you. Okay, so you're currently on the ground floor of the castle. You've got some gear from the treasure vault. Now, if you recall, up on the second floor of the castle, there was an exit that led to a sort of pathway that led up into the mountains. And I think actually, Clover, when you went into that room with the remember the room with the storm and all that in it, and it was like a globe, and you could move the globe around and you could see different places in the world. I think you did actually look around the mountain, around the castle, and you saw that there was something happening up in the mountain pass.
Yep. All right, we need to go to the mountain. That's where he's gonna be.
Can we make sure Alcar is in like a normal room so he don't get killed by traps or be guard dog?
You could. Well, since you're going that way, you could put him back in his bedroom, just lying him in his bed. Okay.
There. Tuck him in. Okay, Grandpa. Time to photo sleep.
I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet.
Before we leave him, I'm gonna like smack him in the face and be like, "Are you sure you can't wake up and come help us? Like, you know, this is kind of your fault. All of this, nothing. All right, fine."
Okay.
Jump down off the bed.
All right, so we will now. Oh, hang on. What am I doing? Why can't anyone see? Just double check.
While we have this little moment, I know you probably can't see that, but there's actually writing in my spell book. It's super teeny, but there's actually writing in there. That's so awesome.
Okay. Zoom in a bit. Okay, so you're back up at the stairs. I'll just get you. You're all back up. You've all come back up. I've just sort of sped through. The travel back up the stairs through the castle is uneventful. You're going to place Alcar back in his bedroom, which is here. Now, if you remember, over here is where you had the big sort of fight with the goblins, if you recall. So, yeah.
The one where they were attacking one direction and the three ladies came around from the back.
Yes.
And
correct, yeah. So you can go through this doorway and that will take you out to where you and Elise and Nado were coming around from behind. So Freyord, Oglum and Renault were fighting in here. So still on the ground there are still dead goblins lying on the ground there. Okay, so what you're up to? What you want to do next?
That's where we're trying to go. Do we need to get out of the castle?
Yeah. So you explored out of there. I can actually probably just move you guys and do.
Actually, just one question before you do.
Yeah.
The room that had the glow.
Yeah.
Was north of where we are right now. It's just that room north of us, right? Or am I thinking
you go through that door, and then I can actually.
And then because then I can go right through and get out to the hallway.
Yeah.
Because I want to go that way and just take a peek at what they're doing on the mountain and see if I can see anything that I need to know before we get there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll do that. So where is Clover?
Can we see the mountain?
If you come in the room with me, you can.
Where's Clover?
I'm at the door. I moved myself to the door at the bottom left.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, but if you go through this way, shall I move Ogden with you? Okay, that leaves you the door into that room. So I move you in there, and I move everyone else with you if you're following in. I'm just moving you guys because it'll be just quicker if I move you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, so I will just.
As everybody comes in, I'm standing next to the globe. Welcome to my weather room.
Yes, that storm that was there earlier. Obviously, it's not because last time you moved the globe, you were kind of just locally in a local area. I mean, when you look up, you can see that the clouds have changed. They're really dark and ominous above you, and there's lightning flashing of sheet lightning within the dark clouds that are sort of swirling above the mountains around the castle. And then when you zoom down into the to to look around the castle area, you can see that up above on a level area above the castle, it's like there's a pathway that leads up into the mountains from the castle. There is like an old sort of ruined temple, and there seems to be some shadowy figures performing some sort of ritual up there.
Is there any other way visible to get up to the temple that isn't basically walking right in the front door?
I mean, it's a windy sort of mountain path, so it's not like a straight walk. So there is plenty of places where you could sort of, could take cover and possibly sneak up.
Okay. And can we see like how many figures are there? Can I get a good sense of?
You can see probably at least a dozen people up there. You don't know what they are from the distance because it zooms out quite a bit, and you can't control it well enough yet from just the brief time that you've had to sort of use it. You can't sort of really zoom in. You're trying to do the pinching on the to zoom in, but you can't. You can discern that there's like. Because it's also the light is dimmed because it's so dark now with these dark clouds, so that you can count it somewhere in the order of about a dozen shadowy figures. You don't know if they're goblin or human or whatever, but they definitely, you can definitely pick out humanoid people figures.
All right, I think that's all we gotta get out of this. So let's go.
Okay, all right. I will go straight to. Okay, let's have a look. I'll move you straight out to where there's a doorway. Okay, so you can get, there's a big sort of, at the end of the hallway, there's like a big double doors that open out onto this sort of courtyard space. This is where you found that fountain.
Oh yeah.
Which has like I think a nice sort of angelic sort of looking female statue in the center of it, and the water is nice and crystal clear, and it's quite tranquil in this area.
That the path off to the left there?
Correct, yes. Yeah, you can definitely see, there seems to be a path this way.
Alright, let's go get him.
Okay. Alright, so you guys moving in. Okay, Ada and Renault.
And now that the song, we're off to see the wizard stuck in my head.
Now, you've already seen the wizard.
We have to see another wizard.
You have to see another wizard.
It's not so wonderful wizard of something.
Okay. I'll move Ada in. Okay.
Wait, what even is this land called that we're in? The Wonderful Wizard of what?
This is part of the Kingdom of Kylyra, I think it was called. You're in the northern part of the northern regions of the Kingdom of, I think it's called Kylyra. I think that's what
Wonderful Wizard of Kylyra doesn't have the same ring to it.
No. It needs nice some short little catchy name. All right, so you're okay with you don't want to do anything with this fountain?
I want to touch it.
You want to touch the fountain? Yeah, you can touch the fountain. Nothing happens.
No.
Wait.
Can I take that? Can I take that one cursed coin that I had, that Clover threw at me, and throw it at the fountain?
Oh, you want to make a wish, do you?
I do, but
Yeah.
not a cursed wish, like a real one.
Okay. All right, you throw your coin in. What's the wish you're going to make, or you're going to keep it to yourself?
Do you want to be a real boy?
What's the wish you want to make, or you're going to keep it to yourself?
I'm going to keep it to myself.
Okay.
This
Just
is a wish that
maybe
he's
just
gonna
maybe
survive
maybe in the Roll20 chat or whatever, you can send me a message saying what your wish was. I'm not saying it.
I'll tell you what it wasn't. It wasn't to be a real boy, Clover.
Come on, Pinocchio.
I'm not saying that this fountain grants wishes, but you know, it's obviously worth a chance. Yeah, you never know. You never know your luck in a big city. All right. So I'm assuming you guys are going to head up that pathway.
Yeah.
Okay. I will just transfer to the different map. Let's go.